Top 20 Job Coach Interview Questions and Answers. First of all, congratulations on being called in for an interview. Seeing that you've made it here shows that you have what it takes to be a job coach. It is okay to feel nervous during the interview. Seeing that you went a step further to search for interview questions asked during a job coach interview shows that you really want to get this job, don't you? You're in luck, as this article will cover common questions interviewers ask. So who is a job coach? A job coach is a professional who helps their clients to either secure employment or advance in their careers. They usually assess their strengths, skills, and weakness in order to make the best judgment while preparing the client for the job. Now that you have a general understanding of who a job coach is, let us dive in the questions. 1. Why are you interested in this role? The interviewer is likely to pose this question right after you are settled in. The main reason why interviewers ask this question is that they want to assess if you understand the position you are applying for. Also, this question helps them know if your experience and goals align with the position. Sample answer. While I enjoyed working at Company X, this position and your company allows me to use my expertise on a large scale. I'm looking forward to combining my analytic talents and my technical skills to help clients secure employment. 2. What are the roles of a job coach? The interviewer may ask this question to assess if you understand your responsibilities. While answering this question, it is best that you ensure your answer aligns with the job description. Sample answer. As a coach, my main responsibility will be to monitor the client's career progress. I'll also offer coaching and effective job hunt strategies while still offer guidance to the client on how to complete job tasks. My role will be to also assess the client's strengths and teach them how to use them. I'll also help my clients to surpass their personal barriers. I understand that I'm also required to communicate with the clients for me to understand their ambitions and goals. 3. What are the qualities that a coach need to be successful? While answering this question, it is best that you assess the job you are applying for. It will be of help to also add personal touch while answering the question. Avoid being vague. Do not mention that you need to be hardworking or motivated. Pick out a skill that is necessary in your line of work. Sample answer. Having a degree can help up your game as a coach. But what has helped me be successful in my career is having excellent problem-solving skills. The minute I incorporated this quality, I saw a difference. It helped me identify where the clients need to work on. Also, if the client was having a problem in their career development with this quality, it was pretty easy to solve the issue. 4. What major challenges did you face during your last role? How did you manage it? This question helps the interviewer assess your problem-solving skills and your performance abilities. Every job has its own fair share of challenges. How you answer the question will help the interviewer how well you will fit in the role. Sample answer. While working at X, I interacted with a client who was unable to handle positive criticism. It was a bit challenging as I was trying to advise him on the things he should improve on. So I took the step to ask him to describe the effects of his action. By doing this, I allowed him to come to conclude by himself that his actions are affecting his career. Once we arrived to this conclusion, we both discussed the steps he should take. Soon he progressed in his career once he started practicing what we had discussed. 5. Describe your daily routine. Most interviewers tend to ask this question as it helps them see how organized the candidate is. Remember, this question mirrors your personality. Sample answer. Often before I head to sleep, I usually write down a plan that will guide me on what to do the next day. So the minute I clocked in the office, I usually start by checking my planner to see which tasks I should start with. In most cases, I usually start by checking my email to see if there are any clients who might have contacted me. If not, I check my schedule to see the appointments I have. Before any appointment, I try my best to prep myself and see some of the pointers I can jot down that will be of use during the discussion with the client. There are times when I'm free early in the evening. During this time, I take it upon myself to read some inspiring books that will help me grow. Before clocking out, I ensure that I do not have any voicemails or emails from my clients. I also check the appointments I'll be having the following day, as it will guide me while I'm creating my plan for the next day. 6. Describe briefly about your experience. Note that every job has its own set of responsibilities, so this question helps the interviewer gauge if your experience aligns with the role you are applying. Sample answer. I have worked with several clients and companies. In the recent project, I worked with Agency X for 5 years. During this time, I picked up several skills, such as interpersonal skills, that helped foster my success in my career. The agency also appointed me as the head of the department. During this time, I supervised other job coaches and trained them on how to best help our clients. Looking forward to making use of these skills by integrating them to help bring success to your company. 7. What kind of strategy and mindset is required for this role? Hiring managers tend to ask this question as they want to assess your thinking and decision process. Sample answer. Offering advice to clients has its own challenges. This is why, as a job coach, I believe a mindset that can be of help is understanding that their personal success is helping others. A job coach allows the individual to find their greatness. The strategy I make use of in my career is having a sense of patience. It takes time to help an individual grow. Rushing them will not help. Also, I use empathy as it helps me connect with the client on an emotional level. 8. What is the biggest challenge you foresee in this job? While answering this question, it is best that you assess some of the challenges you have faced and also ensure that you tailor your answer to the job description. Sample answer. I believe the biggest challenge I foresee in this job is how to encourage a client to come out of their comfort zone. It is quite challenging to convince a client to try out something new and abandon their old habits. My ability to be patient and my excellent problem skills will come in handy while handling this challenge. By being patient, I'll know when not to push them too hard. My problem-solving skills will help me come up with strategies that will make it easier to come up with techniques that will slowly help the client want to grow. 9. How do you stay motivated? This is an open-ended question that often helps the interviewer to better understand your personality and work style. While answering this question, it is best that you include a motivator that applies to the role you are applying. Sample answer. As a job coach, what motivates me the most is seeing my clients coming back to thank me for the great help I have offered them. Their smiles and gratitude motivate me to work even harder. It is so satisfying to see the client being their best version. 10. Describe a time you failed in this role and the lesson learned. Interviewers understand that this question can show them who you really are. This simple question can help them evaluate if you are the best candidate for the job. Ensure that you answer this question with honesty. Sample answer. There was a time when I was interacting with a client who was reluctant to come out of her comfort zone. I got frustrated that she was not willing to better herself. She noticed my attitude had changed and requested that she sees another job coach. This mistake taught me that I should be patient with my clients and learn that change takes time. 11. Why do you feel you most suited for this role? The interviewer might ask this to assess if you know what they are looking for. This is the best time to sell yourself. Sample answer. My previous job as a job coach provided me with ample experience for this role. For 10 years, I have developed necessary skills that are of help in this role, such as interpersonal skills. I can bring success with the help of my experience to this job. 12. Share with us your greatest achievement. This question helps the interviewer know what you view as success and if you are goal-oriented. Sample answer. While working at Company X, I was appointed as the head of the department. During my stay there, our agency was recognized and we were given an award. The recognition was because our company had managed to help many clients, and our good deed would not go unnoticed. My team and I were very glad we got the recognition. 13. What is your biggest weakness? You do not have to lie when asked this question. Being honest will go a long way. Ensure that you include the measures you are putting to improve on your weakness. Sample answer. I'm not the most patient person when it comes to a client not understanding my idea. I noticed this weakness, and since my role requires me to have some patience, I took the initiative to take up a course on interpersonal skills. I can surely say I'm on the journey to being a better person. 14. What are your salary expectations? The most common reason why interviewers ask this question is because they want to assess if they can afford your services. Before walking into the interview, it is best that you research the salary of the position. Sample answer. With my experience, I at least know what most job coaches earn. My salary expectation ranges between $7,300 to $80,000. However, I'm open to discussing it. 15. What do you know about our company? It is often advisable to research the company before walking in the interview. This is because this is a common question most interviewers ask. Sample answer. I love the fact that your company was founded by a woman, Sandra Brown, in 1987. Your goals and mission are impressive as I feel connected to them. Your company has grown so well, which is very impressive. Your motivation to help people discover their career paths is inspiring. Your team has won several awards, and I definitely want to be part of the winning team. 16. How would you help a client who was uncertain about their career path? The interviewer may ask you this question to assess how well you would use your abilities to help out a client. Sample answer. I'd first start by asking why they feel they are uncertain about their career path. By getting to the root of the matter, it will help us solve the issues a bit quicker. If we come to the conclusion that they need a career change, we will assess their qualifications. By doing this, it will help ensure that they will no longer choose a career that is not for them. 17. How do you ensure that your clients are well prepared for their interview? This is a great question that may help portray your strengths. In this case, while answering the question, ensure that you highlight skills you would use to help out this client. Sample answer. Before the client goes for the interview, we would first assess their industry knowledge and experience. It will be of no help if the client walks in an interview that they do not qualify. Hence, we will go through the job description to ensure that they have all the qualities highlighted. Also, I'll ask about their experience. If both the experience and industry knowledge do not align with the job they applied for, I'll advise the client to search for another one. 18. What steps do you take to help clients secure employment? In most cases, whenever a hiring manager asks this question, it is often to assess how qualified the candidate is. Remember, the main role of a job coach is to help the client secure employment. How do you answer this question if you will get the job or not? Sample answer. Before I get to ask the client's experience, I often ask what they are looking for when they get hired. There are some who just want a change in their outlook, whereas there are those that are in it for the money. And then there are those that are looking for a job they can be happy in. Understanding the why will make it easy for me to know the career path I ought to advise them to follow. Coaching helps me to ask questions the client might have never thought of asking. Questions like what matters to them as a person, the kind of job they have always had, and what motivates them gives me an insight into their true calling. Once I evaluate all this, it will be quite easy to guide the client on the job they ought to seek out, as by now I'll have the certainty they will secure the job. 19. How would you encourage your client to work harder, either in their job search or at their workplace? While answering this question, it is best that you avoid telling the interviewer that you would suggest to the client to use motivation from outside. This kind of suggestion offers short-term solution. By answering the question in this manner, you will show the interviewer you are not quite experienced in your work. Sample answer. I'd first start by asking him why he is not motivated to work harder. The reason might be they do not love their work, or that they do not love the jobs they are looking for. By knowing the problem, it will give me a better insight on how to encourage the client to work harder. 20. How would you identify a fitting position for your client? Ensure that you showcase your prowess while answering this question. Sample answer. There are several ways that can help identify if the job is right for the client. But what I prefer using the most is by assessing the client's weaknesses and strengths as well as their capacities. By doing this, it will be easier to help them choose the right job. In conclusion, in the same way you would prep your clients for the job, it is best to also prep yourself for your interview. I hope the questions will help you get the job. Best of luck.